Talk that talk, biatch.
Then we get fluid. Then we got Kanye. Oh shit, stop it. Two bitches rockets. Pop it. Don't stop it. Stop it like it. Drop it like it. We here. We in the city. We at the village. Talk that talk Detroit. Your boy Jonah.
This nigga is gonna decide to start off freestyling for 10 seconds. Fuck it, bro. We here, we live in the village, man. Talk that talk. Shout out Mina, shout out my nigga Kevin, man. What's
Bring
good,
us all
bro?
the way here.
I go by the name of Jonah. This my brother, Halfcup Tre. I guess we supposed to just let y'all get to know us. Maybe get to know each other a little bit better. I've known this nigga, man, my whole life since we was in like the 4th grade.
Don't let this nigga nod to you, man. I don't know this nigga at all.
This nigga, man, been the same nigga since the 4th grade, matter of fact. But I'm gonna let you tell your story, bro. Tell people how you got into music. How old were you? How did it start?
Well, shit. I was probably about. Honestly, man, I've been into music since I've been born, if I can remember. I know my mom always tell this story, like how I always be singing and shit in the bathroom when I was a kid, and I would always take a long time to use the bathroom. So I feel like it's always been in me to just like I just always love sounds and music. And we used to do these little talent shows back in the day.
Hell yeah.
When I was a kid, and I used to be like always trying to like put on a performance, trying to rap and shit.
Yeah.
So that was
even the whole not to cut you off, the whole crank that era when niggas was doing all the crank that dances when YouTube was just full of crank that. This nigga, man, made him, you and Ishmael, y'all came up with a crank that.
7th fucking
in
grade.
the 7th grade, crank that.
Bro.
What was it? Crank that song.
Crank that Benjamin. Crank them Benjamins,
Crank
bro.
them Benjamins.
We did some dumb. We did some shit. Crank them Benjamins.
Crank them Benjamins.
Hey, that shit would have went. I'm telling you, it would have went if niggas would have had to back it.
That's what, man.
But-
That's what it's about.
But listen though, on the real
So from
tip,
talent shows
back to what I was saying. So like we used to have, I was talking about we used to do like kid talent shows, like,
on
in
the
basement
family,
and shit. And I used to always be like leading in the music and shit. And then like meeting you, this nigga, like your whole family, your whole back. Of course we gonna get to that, but you know what I'm saying? That been a huge inspiration to me, just like taking it serious and like actually like learning, you know, deeper into the music, because I don't really come from a music background. So me just, you know, growing up, coming to your crib, man, we got access to a studio when we 11, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? We just fucking around in that bitch, coming up with dumb freestyles, recording and shit. So all of that shit play a part, you know, once you get older and you really start, you know what I'm saying, realizing like, damn, I've been doing this shit for a long time. So I would say that's how I really got started on the childhood side, and then just, you know, if you want to get, you know, really deep into it, I honestly stopped doing the music shit and was like getting really into sports and shit. You know what I'm saying? Always had a passion for music, always was into that shit, always was freestyling, making beats on the table, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. I always had a knack for it, so. But I was like really into sports, played football and shit. Thought I was gonna make it to the league like every nigga do.
Dog, this nigga was a dog. Don't let him downplay. This nigga was a dog. Running
like
back.
every nigga do.
Yeah.
Think they about to make it to the league.
Facts.
Life hit in, they got a regular job, and was like, shit, nigga, I can rap. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, then just, you know, following this nigga career and just, you know what I'm saying, developing and, you know, growing with my craft and, you know, just trying to get better and better and better and really becoming a student of the game. That's really what I've been working on lately, becoming more of a student of the game.
Hell yeah. That was a good little time lapse. To segue on your shit, I guess, to talk about my background, it's different but similar. You know what I'm saying? Even the fact that me and this nigga, we both grew up like rich grandparents. It's like, or maybe our families not exactly rich. My parents not rich at all, but with a rich grandparent, you know what I'm saying, that looked out. So we always connected on that type of shit. And I don't know, man. I obviously, well, for the people that don't know, I come from a musical family. My grandma's Aretha Franklin, so I had a, you know.
I wasn't gonna ask her.
I had a unique,
for
unique experience growing up.
Saying?
And you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of access to a lot of, just seeing a lot of stuff, being around a lot of people, conversations and stuff that not a lot of people get. And I'm aware of that, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a privilege and a blessing. Even with all that, up until like middle school, somewhere in middle school, just like this nigga, bro, I thought I was going to the league, man. I was a hooper, loved basketball ever since I was a kid. Was always better.
Before you get out of that, bro, this nigga was the little nigga doing every and one move. If it was done on NBA Street, this nigga was doing that bitch.
No, full fledged with the N1 mixtapes. I had all them bitches nigga used to watch them before.
That nigga
school.
Was doing all of the slip and slide. Doing the hands and tails. He was doing it in the basement.
And now me and my brothers used to play that shit NBA Street. And go in the basement and literally practice the moves from the game. Like, we finna get this shit down for the next time we go to the park. But yeah, like I'm saying, like most young niggas, I had hoop dreams, bro. I thought I was going to the league. I went to Country Day High School. If anybody in Michigan know that shit, went there to hoop specifically. My parents, or my dad, sent me there to go hoop. And I feel like when I got there, niggas was like taking that shit way more serious than me, and it made me realize like I don't want to be a hooping nigga amongst a lot of hooping niggas. And I guess I ain't even gonna lie, it was about the girls, bro. Like, I need an identity.
Yeah,
I can't just be another one of these hooping ass niggas. So I started just I'm like, my family do music.
You just got to sing it like a
yeah, I mean, I always did music and shit like a hobby. Like you said, we used to fuck around in the basement.
Yeah.
In our basement, we had like a little setup in our basement. But it wasn't until like high school, like trying to find my identity and stuff, I just started developing like my artist mind and just thinking like an artist, man. So much of it is just like thinking like an artist all the time. Like songs, I had a teacher tell me like the best songs are being like written every day around you. So it's just like the regular shit, like a song about this moment or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like it was like that switch that really had me starting to think like an artist in high school. And specifically, I went to the Grammys. My grandma hooked it up. We went to the Grammys, and it was like the same year Kanye lost his mom, and he did like the Hey Mama shit. And I feel like that was like a real pivotal moment in my life. Like the before he broke down on stage and was crying and shit, and the way that shit just touched me, man. It just made me realize like I want that platform too. Like I got a lot of things I want to share with people and help people. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people sleep on how important of a platform music is. You know what I'm saying? How broad of a reach and how powerful that tool really is. I feel like it's the most effective tool for change.
It's really, if people sleep on how much the words matter.
Yeah,
because it is a big like movement in your body. It's like, you know what I'm saying, some people is it could, you know, a song could change their mindset on a certain thing, you know what I'm saying, like that. So, and sometimes it's shit, you know, you could be going through some shit and then you just play a song, not even, you know what I mean, you just listen to music and then that song you playing hitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, what you listening to.
Exactly. It don't even have to be like the most conscious shit or like the most
that's
like.
What I'm saying.
Yeah,
it don't. It just be like, man.
You just got. I think it's just about honest emotion, man. You could be angry as fuck, but like, let's communicate that anger honestly.
I think music is a real spiritual thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, especially between black people. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like it means so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? The music is
vibrations, bro.
It's a vibrations and shit. So it's like you need that shit in your life. So it's like,
yeah, I was thinking about it earlier,
important.
bro.
So it's like whatever you feed. Hold on before you get to your
point. Go ahead.
Like whatever you feed your brain is like, you know. That's how I look at it. That's how I listen to music. Like, I feel like I'm feeding my brain. It's like that's the most thing I'm gonna do every day. It's like everything I'm doing is I'm listening to music. Yeah. I'm on my way to work. I'm listening to music. While I'm at work doing whatever I'm doing, I'm listening to music. You know, get off work, come to the music, make music. You know what I'm saying? Play the game and listening to music. On top of that, every ad you listening to got music. Everybody, thing event is a performance somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
about music. So it's like, I just look at it like, you know, if I need to be listening to something that's gonna like help me grow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a person, my soul, you know, health wise, it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I gotta listen to something that I know, but I also realize too that you gotta listen to stuff for what it is too. You know what I'm saying? People got their own reasons of listening to
That's
music.
the beauty about art, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's
Mhm.
not limited to any like social. There's no limits on art at all. Like you don't have to have a certain amount of money. You don't have obviously to do it at whatever level. That shit varies, but you could create just being. A nigga can start rapping right now. That shit is free.
Hell yeah.
That shit sound dumb as hell, but it's real.
No, that's real shit, bro. Stick man, bro. But no, you right though. That shit free. The words is free. And that's all rapping in.
Forgot what the fuck we was even talking about.
I don't know. But
Oh yeah, I'm about to pack this bong. But I was thinking about this shit earlier, bro. We was talking about vibrations. And I feel like that's the subconscious, you know what I'm saying? That affects people and that's the part that I don't know if like our generation is fully aware of, or maybe I just want us to be more aware, I guess. But just like the subconscious, man, vibrations affect you without even you knowing it. And you know what I'm saying? And I think that's why it's important, like the energy you put into a song. You put honest energy into it, and that's honest energy.
Who you make that thought? This my bud in here, yours.
That's my shit, bro. But go ahead and smoke it because you know my shit is better. And we gotta get that on tape.
We gonna do it like this, cause I got some little shit. Grab that little shit.
You are petty.
You
gonna dump this shit out. That's
dump
petty.
it out, cause I ain't none of that shit. None of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what my shit is. Nigga.
I'm trying to pack a blast for you, bleed.
Come on in.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you what I got. Toss you my shit. Herbal essence. Yeah, that's it. Medicines. Now, while I'm packing this, tell us more about your like biggest inspirations in like music and shit.
My biggest inspirations. Number one, obviously, the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. My grandma always been my biggest influence. My inspiration for real. That was, honestly, man, and I ain't gonna dive too deep into the emotional side, but when she passed, it made me just realize how much of my career I was doing for her. You know what I'm saying? And for like, maybe not her approval or validation, because she always gave me that, but just like for her, like I would, you know what I'm saying? Like the little kid just trying to entertain their parent or their grandma. I didn't realize how much I really like seriously didn't give a fuck about what other people thought. It was all about her for me. You know what I'm saying? Which is not the healthiest thing, obviously.
Now,
and-
did you feel, pressured into living up to her legacy, or
Nah,
anytime,
fuck no, bro.
or
I
did,
never.
did
Yeah.
you ever feel not into that extent, but
That's a valid question.
did you ever feel pressured to like do your music a certain way because you feel like
Great question.
she gonna judge your music in a certain way?
Definitely.
And has it ever like held you back from making a certain song?
Definitely, that's a question this nigga will ask me. Yeah, definitely. When I was younger, bro, I used to stay away from just like the explicit shit because ultimately, you know what I mean, I want my grandma to hear this. I want this shit to blow up. I want her to be proud of me. So a lot of my which has come in handy now because I can write songs like pop songs for girls and shit like that, or like for people younger than me and anytime, or like commercials and shit when you want to do clean music. But a lot of my stuff when I was younger, man, I purposely didn't cuss, none of that, like just clean, and it was for her. I wanted, and for my sisters. I got younger sisters who I really cared about what they thought and all that shit. But yeah, man, to answer your question, definitely considered like in just what other people thought of me and my family. Like I can't be saying no crazy shit because of whatever.
Right.
And I think she always urged me not to feel like that. And then, when she passed, I feel like God been urging me the same. Like I got a lot of colors that I haven't been using.
Right.
And I feel like it's time for that. And so I don't know. That's just been, I've already been on that chapter. It's a whole new thing. It's a lot of fun.
When did you get the fuck it in your system?
Basically.
Fuck it. When did you get the fuck it in your system? When did you say, fuck it? I'm about to say, fuck it.
Man, honestly, and you could talk a little bit about this too. We had a collective, man. We put together a collective, a company,
Right.
and things didn't really go the way we wanted it to go. And I feel like this was like 2 years ago, man. And I feel like that was a point in my life where I kind of just got tired of shit not working, bro. Like trying this and trying that and shit not working. And it's like either you're going to quit or you're going to go 10 times harder.
Right.
And that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that rock
But
bottom feeling.
I've been more like.
That's when I got the fucking in my system, though.
I'm talking about all the way back to when did you get the fucking in your system when you was going to, you know, make the music you want to make.
That's when, bro. That's when it started.
As you said, all the way up to that point, you still was making like what everybody else, what you thought everybody else.
It's not even everybody else because I never really gave a fuck about like
or you were
people who don't know me. It's about my family, bro. Like
right.
You know what I'm saying? And my grandma, really, it was about her, bro. For a long time, it was about, and I didn't even realize this until she wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working. I'm sitting down and working, and I don't know. The process is different. It feels different because the end result, it's not like go sit down with grandma and play this song and you know what I'm saying and get her approval. It's a different end result. So that changed the whole process, bro. It's like, nah, I'm just really making whatever the fuck I want to make now. It's a good feeling, man. I feel like it was like her last gift to me, type of thing.
Yeah, that's what's up, bro. And your shit gonna get better from there. Shit. Spark out that boy.
Yes, sir. Y'all niggas about to have me in my feelings, bro. God damn.
He that nigga got the gas.
Golly.
You know what I'm saying? Got the gas. He gonna show you the motherfucking
Rest in peace, grandma, man.
I would have the little bottle with Hennessy, but a nigga, you know what I'm saying? Nigga been going all night. I'd have been in this bitch acting a fool.
Yeah, this has been a whole completely different interview.
You know.
But you talk to us, man, about the type of music you make. What type? Well, first of all, how would you define your music? In as many words as possible. Don't limit yourself. And then why do you make the type of music you make? So what is it and then why?
I would say first I'm gonna start with how I became aware of what type of music I wanted to make. And it started off because like I told y'all, I was always really into music. Like I always was very interested in going to look up songs and look up lyrics and you know what I'm saying? I've always been a nigga in the lyrics and wanting to look that shit up and who got the coldest bars and you know what I'm saying?
This nigga used to love Young Jeezy and T.I., bro. When they had their era, Jeezy like the trap.
I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm trying to tell you, that should have been the version.
When I was young, I was very moved but I was always into music, but I was moved by, you know, your older siblings. You know, you gonna listen to what your older siblings listen to.
Yes, sir.
My older siblings was, you know what I'm saying, hood niggas and shit. You know, my
Wait, tell them about your family real quick, bro. How many brothers you got?
Well, okay, so I'm the youngest out of 2 older brothers, but the way my family is like, we was that family that brought everybody in, so we always had a bunch of family.
Every black family got that.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We was that in the black family. You know what I'm saying? For black family, we was that household. So we had so many cousins and uncles and shit living with us. And my uncle She, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you know, a 4th brother to us because he moved out with us and started living with us. And
he's that uncle that's like close in age, so I feel like a cousin.
That nigga was, you know, he was only 3 years older than my oldest brother, or something like that. I probably got it wrong. I'm fried, y'all. Don't quote me on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But he was only a little bit older than my oldest brother, so he just added on another brother. He came out and lived with us when he was 13. So from there, growing up, it was just like, you know, listening, just, you know, riding around with them niggas. You know, they always got the latest songs, so I feel like every era I was fucking with it, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Niggas listen to that Trapped and Screw when that was popping, you know what I'm saying? Jeezy, T.I., all them niggas, all the greats, you know what I'm saying? Chip, that came, you know what I'm saying? Because a nigga from Cleveland, so the fam originally from Cleveland. You should have
started with that, yeah, man.
Yeah, you already know.
This nigga, bro, first of all, this nigga got the biggest vendetta with all Detroit sports teams.
Yeah, we all about Cleveland, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland Browns, Ohio State Buckeyes, Cleveland Cavaliers, whatever you want to do it, we all about Ohio.
I'm going to let him have his moment because they did good this year in sports.
You know what I'm saying? You cannot talk shit.
But
we
that's
won
cool.
a playoff game, so therefore it solidifies that Detroit is the worst.
We could do a whole nother
worst.
hour on just this shit.
Oh yeah, we could
do a whole nother hour.
The worst organization of all time, sporting organization of all time. But past that, so
You got the worst jump shot of all time, boy. You thought I was done with you.
so I was real influenced by, you know, when I was real young, influenced by my older brothers and shit on the music side. So it was more of that type of shit. But when I more started kicking it with this nigga, you know what I'm saying? His family was on a whole different spectrum of hip hop, cause it was all hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It was all rapping, lyrics and shit. His family was on a whole different spectrum, and they listened to more conscious music. You know what I'm saying? He introduced me to the old Kanye projects, Nas. You know what I'm saying? All the, you know, lyrical
Lupe, bro.
shit. Lupe, put me on Lupe. So it's like all of that shit was combining to me realizing, like, you know, I just find my own balance with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then I started looking for my own and what I like, what I appreciate, and what I started realizing was that I appreciate and I'm understanding that I enjoy hearing substance and content, you know, more than anything. Words. Like, I want to hear what you're saying. I'm really, really into words. I'm a Gemini, so I know, you know, that's the thing with Geminis. We really into, like, words. You want to, like...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it means, like we, like, how important, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is the wording you saying, you know what I'm saying? That's
I didn't
why,
know that was like a Gemini trait.
yeah, that's like a Gemini. That's why, like, we'll really get passionate about what somebody said. And you would say that, too. Like, bro, why you getting that passionate about what that nigga said?
You're right.
Because words mean a lot when, like, we really pay...
But your word also means a lot. Like, when you give somebody your word.
Right.
Yeah.
And it mean the same, same in the same
Wow,
situation.
That's
So
cool.
your word mean a lot. So that's like, you know, that's what we into. So that's when I realized, like, you know, I really want to, you know, get it. I think this is the type of music I want to listen to. And then once I start really getting into making it, you know, what at first, you know, we did some songs. The first song I ever recorded, I was 11 years old. I had to been 11, and this nigga based me.
Bro, I was just singing that shit the other day.
And it was the first, I think it was the first song this nigga ever sung on, too.
Horrible,
was
bro.
just rapping
Horrible,
at one time.
yeah.
This nigga was just a b-ball rapper.
Yeah, I used to be just a rapper.
A b-ball rapper.
For niggas that didn't know, I started off just rapping.
This nigga.
At heart, I'm a hip hop head, bro. I'm like a 90s backpacker.
This nigga started off rapping. Boy.
Straight rap. Like, I didn't even know I could sing, bro, honestly, until I was like
I think
14
I
years
told
old.
you to sing the hook. I'm like, bro, you should sing the hook.
It was trash.
And it was trash.
It was trash.
But we was 11.
It was.
I
wasn't even in the key of the song, bro. I didn't even know what that was.
And it was like I couldn't even I didn't even know like actually how to like flow and shit.
You had some punchlines though.
But I had some punchlines.
He was a punchline rapper back in the day.
Punchlines.
It was the era of punchline rapping.
That was back in what? That had to been back in, bro. That had to been back in like 06, bro.
He gonna bring his girl and I'm a stealer. Roughly.
Bro, I always had the punchlines, bro.
And I'm gonna steal her.
Ruthless. Girls going wild. Topless.
Come on, bro. This is age 12, bro. This is age 12. Come on, man.
We snapping like this. You know what I'm saying? But the shit was trash when it got to the record. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't put the flow together. Flip the flow.
You had the lines, though.
Right. You need the bone, bro?
Yeah, what you? Oh yeah.
Pass me something, bro. Let me get some of that gooder that he say his little shit, some gas. He over there smack.
They gonna need captions for this nigga. Especially if you was drunk.
You're right. Oh no, if I was drunk, it'd have been through. But I'm just dropping ashes, bro. I don't know what I'm on. Bro, you all out the camera and shit. What you doing?
Well, I was trying to carry it to the trash, but that didn't work out. Y'all trying to see my fit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Classics, you feel me? It's my favorite color.
That nigga pulling those shoes.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna waste my time. I ain't gotta do shit like that, nigga.
Classics. This
I'm
nigga
the
got
type
the
of
same
nigga
pair
that
of shoes that he been buying since he was 20.
I ain't even gotta do
21.
it, but fuck, it's just a nigga talking shit. You know what I'm saying? We gonna show shoes. But back to what I was saying, man. Listen. back you did. I really still haven't got to the fucking point of how do I, make the music that I make. So
right. I forgot I could
right. So that's how I got into, making the type of music that I make, which is, I mean, if y'all haven't figured it out by now, I make more like conscious music. I wouldn't say conscious. I would just say,
That's for sure not conscious.
No, it's not conscious at all. It's more like I just like say what's real. You know what I'm saying? I say what's on my chest. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I don't like to call it conscious because I feel like nowadays they want to try to say everything is conscious just because somebody want to say something other than like some bullshit. Everything is conscious now, but it's just like me.
You talk about bullshit. I feel like
that's what I'm saying. Me, I feel like it's a balance with everything.
Yeah.
I feel like you shouldn't be talking about one thing all the time ever because it's different emotions. You're not always thinking about some deep political shit. You're not always thinking about turning up and partying and drinking, but every human being goes through these stages. So I would say the type of music I make is, is really, what my personality is. And it's just like, I'm a very conscious person at heart anyway. So it's like, I really care about pushing our people forward and moving our people forward and see, and I just feel like, what I'm talking about has to, align with that. It has to make sense. It has to it has to be something there. It has to be some type of substance there that's either, teaching a lesson, telling you how I learned a lesson, you know what I'm saying? Or just a vibe where it can make you, think that you want to go learn something, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, I make it all, I just feel like it just need to be a balance though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the way I see it is like, it's not so much about like what we talking about in the song. I think it's like how you talk about it. Or like what, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about drugs, or we could talk about alcohol and shit. But like swimming pools, like that's a song about a lot of things, but off the surface level, it just sounds like a party record. And so it's like, that's an example of like how you could talk about party shit, but like make it more than that. And that's what I meant by saying you talk about bullshit, but it's the way you talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk about sex, drugs, money, all that shit, but it's the way you talk about it and the perspective that you give on it that's at the very least refreshing. And I think that's how we all feel. Like the generation, niggas tired of just hearing the same line, literally the same words. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I don't know, not to be negative, I feel like it's we on the upward swing, if that makes sense. Like niggas hit rock bottom, we on the upward swing, which is good for hip hop and it's natural, honestly, like the up and down shit. And honestly, it's like the social media thing like really took over, and when everybody connects, like it's like the first day of school type of shit, it's all gonna be surface level shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we had to get that shit out the way. Like we all just got connected. It's like, oh, look what I got. And then, but after we've been at school for like 2-3 months, then it's like, now what? And I feel like now we getting to that point. Like, okay, what else is there past that? And that's when you start to see.
And I feel like a lot of these artists is understanding that and getting to the point where it's just like, because honestly, I just feel like me doing a lot of research and shit, it's just hip hop just repeat itself. You know what I'm saying? When hip hop first started, it was real all about glamour and partying, and it was really just it started off as a staple for black people to this is like it was like black music. You know what I'm saying? It was like something where black people can pull up and party and listen to this. It's like boom back. You know what I'm saying? It's beats, and you know what I'm saying? It's our type of beats. Because all it was, before that was soul, you know what I'm saying? James Brown and
slow R&B.
And slow R&B, Michael Jackson. It was either pop, R&B, or disco. That was a big disco era. So when they came out with the hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? It was all about, just, black people coming together and vibing and partying because they, it was so much turmoil and shit in New York where it started. Around that time was that like, it was around like Nick when
This nigga said like he was there, like.
I just told you I did research.
I was going to Henry Ford at that time. Shit, that had to
I
be
told you I
around.
did research. I'm just saying that was something,
You saying Nixon was that?
Yeah, when Nixon was in office. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
I know the story. I don't be knowing. I'm bad with chronology. Is that how you say it? Time when shit happens. Yeah, I forgot what this nigga was talking about. Oh, the beginning of hip hop.
And I just feel like nowadays, shit, it's just getting back to that. You know what I'm saying? Flashy clothing. Everybody wanted to, rappers want to be pop stars and shit like that, which is fine and cool. But just like, it took an artist or two to realize, like, yo, we need to talk about some shit. Like, we still fucked up as black people out here. And as long as we still fucked up out here, hip hop is always gonna be the main focal point of the knowledge of what's happening with the people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's gonna have to go back to talking about something because.
Well, hip hop is just more than one thing now. You know what I'm saying?
It is, but
it's more than one thing. I mean, I guess it always has been, but even more so than now. Like it's always it can be a tool. It can be an outlet. It can be fuel, like for a party. Mm-hmm. It can be a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop specifically, not just music. Like hip hop specifically, it could be. It's an escape for people. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what makes it so good.
Exactly. It's evolved. That's why it's number one. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't need anything but your mind, really.
But it's just
what is rapping? Really think about it. Like, what the fuck is it?
It just needs to be.
It's the difference between rapping and talking.
You know what I'm saying? I just like more of a balanced approach to it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, I enjoy. Of course, when I'm turning up, of course I'm going to enjoy to listen to that shit, bump it. I be rapping that shit. That shit fun as hell. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like every state in my life is not just, you know what I'm saying, partying.
Yeah, that's right.
Every state in my life ain't, you know what I'm saying, thinking about some deep shit every 2 seconds. Every state in my life, I'm not even listening to rap. So, one nigga might want to switch it up to some R&B. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't want to keep listening to niggas yelling their ear all day. So it's like...
One thing that's cool about hip-hop now, bro, hip-hop specifically is with technology and auto-tune specifically becoming just like more accessible to everybody. I feel like it's giving niggas like musically a voice who didn't have one, like hood niggas specifically, you know what I'm saying, who grew up with grandmas and all that shit playing oldies, R&B, who got melodies in them that's different than the classic R&B melodies that we hear, and now they got a chance to get that shit out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like, and it's being accepted in hip-hop, like singing in hip-hop.
Yeah,
that's
one of the dopest things
that shit is incredible, bro. It's some niggas that's coming.
Yeah, I feel like, especially the older generation hate on is those melodies when it started with the older generation. Like, it's always been melodies, you know what I'm saying? With Bone Thugs and shit like that. They always had the harmonies and melodies, and there's also other artists that always had the shit. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the other day I was listening to Roddy Ricch, and it was like, and I was just like, this nigga is like a singer rapper, not he sings and raps, like no, he's just like a singer rapper.
That is what hip hop is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what. But see, the thing is, it's not only that. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not.
That's just what he is. He's a singer. He's not about to blow the town away, Chris Brown, Usher, you know what I'm saying? He not about to do nothing like that, but he not about to be rapping on the deepest shit in the world either.
Shit, yeah, right.
But his shit, that shit don't sound bad.
That's the name of the game.
You know what I'm saying? And that shit hit, and it goes. So it's like, I look at that shit as like, he is singer, rapper. You know what I'm saying?
But I think now it's like it's just like kind of taken away, and this is great for me because when I was younger, and when I was like 16, 17, I made a mixtape. My grandma thought it was really good. My family, all my friends, everybody thought it was really good. So my grandma made some calls and got me like a whole label run, and I'm meeting with labels and all this shit. And at the time, this is like right, what year? I don't know what fucking year. How old were we, bro? Like 10th grade. It's like 2010.
16.
It's like 2009, 2010.
You
So
had
Drake
16.
is like just ascending type of shit, like just getting out there. And the whole idea, the questions that the labels kept asking me is like, are you a singer or a rapper? And I'm like, well, neither and both.
They ain't
You know what I'm
know
saying?
about that shit.
Exactly. And so like going through that struggle, that identity crisis type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And to see now, and I was
You
like,
don't even gotta say shit.
yeah,
don't even gotta
it's
say
just
what
music
you
now.
are.
You just make music,
It's
bro.
just music.
It's
It
just
ain't
music
all
now. It's a beautiful fucking
categorized
thing,
and
bro.
Generalized. It's just like everybody can do everything.
Yeah.
I can hop on a boom bap beat. You know what I'm saying? I can hop. I can hop on. Why is that funny?
Oh, boom, Batman.
Yeah, boom bap beat. But it's just like people always hold me to that on the lyrical side though. You know, you rap a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You have some lyrics and shit, and everybody wanna just, you know, sing you boom bap beats over and over again.
That's irritating, yeah.
And you know, hip hop beats. And
Yeah.
super
Hey, real
strong
quick,
shit like
on that saying, no, anybody who ever sends me beats, please don't send me no R&B shit, bro. Like,
He
I'll
on
do
the-
some
him on
R&B
the
shit
R&B
on the hip hop
side,
beat, bro. Don't
me
send
on
me
the
R&B
hip hop beats,
Yeah.
bro.
Don't
You
send
know what
me
I'm saying? And I just feel like now, I just feel like if you a great artist, you should explore all avenues.
Hey,
you
and
know
real
what I'm
quick,
saying?
like, love to anybody who's sending me beats. Like, for sure, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But if you want me to use it, don't send me an R&B beat.
Exactly. That's why that's why I say I'm
better
not a
PSA.
rapper, because it's like I'm an artist. You know what I'm saying? Look at now, like back in the day, I remember, you know, I used to be a big fan of like Odd Future and shit. And it's just because back in, you know, high school, everybody was in that rebellious stage. So really, every artist I was listening to was on the rebellious shit. ASAP, Schoolboy, you know what I'm saying? All them niggas.
We can talk about that too, bro. Like the generation of music that we came up with, like when we were in high school.
Hold on, let me finish my point real quick before you just steer the conversation.
All right, go ahead. This bomb rib catching up to me.
Exactly, boy. I told you that bitch was some steam. But listen, so damn, man, you made me forget my point. What the fuck was I talking about,
Melodies
man?
in hip hop.
Oh yeah, we been past melodies in hip hop. Oh,
with your boom bap head ass.
oh, okay, yeah. So we was talking about niggas. We was talking about niggas. We was talking about niggas not sending niggas beats other than what they think the type of artist they've heard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, if you like me, let's just try to send a bunch of different beats. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard, and I know it's like, okay,
Has
maybe.
there been, wait, real quick, not to cut you off, but I want to make this more like about us. You know what I'm saying? Has there been any times? Tell us a story about where you had a session and you really vibe with a producer, and then a story of maybe a session where you didn't, y'all didn't get along, and why? Like, what goes wrong, or like, what's the wrong way a producer can handle that situation?
All right, so I would say like the best situation when you just have that session that is, you know, that I would say the best thing to get a good vibe and to like really lock in with somebody is when, I'm not really gonna get no story, but I'm just gonna say like my experiences, is when first of all you come in and it ain't on no bread shit, you know what I'm saying? It's all about just like,
Yeah.
so I guess it's like, I would say it's probably a time where this shit gonna be missed out because it's gonna become like nothing but about bread. Like once you start getting more and more into your career, and your shit is, you know, a business and shit. And I feel like you create like real deep connections when it ain't about the money.
Yeah.
And it's like, shit, I ain't really got that much. You ain't really got that much, but we got something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's vibe. Let's see what we can come up with. You know what I'm saying?
To me, it's like
And then, hold on.
it's like that's the equalizer though. Like
Right.
about art, it should be a unifier. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not about who we are outside of this space right here. It's just about what we're doing in this space. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be real sensitive about the creative environment. And just like you said, bro, like bringing up that money shit ruins the creative environment, man. And unfortunately, it is a business and there are sharks. So sometimes it's like defense, you know what I mean? You gotta to protect yourself. But man, if I had it my way, bro, like that shit would never be a thing until after we are done with the music. But keep going, bro. You was onto some good shit.
But yeah, so basically, like, what was the topic again?
Not caring about money.
Yeah, he just talking about a good session.
Oh yeah, good session and bad session, right? So a good session is like, okay, so you got the producer and saying y'all meet on some cordial shit. Y'all could either both be on some like, you know what I'm saying? Even if y'all was just both just on some like, bro, get the shoe out the camera, bro.
This is hard.
If y'all both was on some like, you know, shit, we both on some dolo shit where we both got our dolo blunts. We don't got this, but it's about understanding each other on a level, you know what I'm saying? It's about balance. It's about, you know what I'm saying? I pull up, I don't expect nothing from you, and you don't expect nothing from me. I just know that he a dope producer, and I'm a dope artist, so whatever you got to give me, bro, I'ma snap on that bitch. And that's my mindset, so it's like, and that's my mindset. So it's like, if it's like a level of a producer that's just like, okay, if you understand that's my mindset, then I want your mindset to be like, you know what I'm saying? Do you play whatever you want to play? You know what I'm saying? I like to see who is the person personally. Don't go play me a whole bunch of beats you think I'm gonna like. You know what I'm saying? Play all of that shit, even the shit that's trash. Play that shit, because I might think it's cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You never know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might be a sleeper. So it's just like, me, I feel like if producers spend less time and thinking artists gonna run off with their beats and spend more time.
Okay, that's a one-sided opinion, because there's artists that do run off with niggas' beats into the sunset and make cheese off your shit.
Yeah, it is. Just like this, you know what I'm saying? Phew, back to my point. Got too lost and too caught up into the thing. Back into the thing. It's just about, you know, finding a balance, you know what I'm saying? Making sure, you know, y'all on the same page with everything, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even got to be about just the music. It's just about the vibe, man. If I step in here and I peep the vibe and there ain't nobody smoking in this bitch, I'm not about to whip out some weed and get to smoking, you know what I'm saying? Or I ain't about to, you know, so it's just like, it's about the vibe. It's about, first of all, appreciating, you know what I'm saying? Just appreciating that you in a creative process with somebody else.
That's beautiful.
Who is, you know what I'm saying, if not on your level, like, you know, higher when it comes to creative.
Just appreciate the
process,
period.
The process, because every day you don't get, every day you always just thinking of ideas and shit like that by yourself, you know what I'm saying?
And man, every day it's like, good ideas don't happen every day, man. Like, not to be too deep, I'm kind of fried, but I'm gonna go there. Like, I think of it very like spiritual, man. Like, music, we just vessels for the art, you know what I'm saying? And so, like, in order for that flower to grow, like, you gotta cultivate that environment. And if the environment is not there, like the chemistry is not there, the song, you can make something that sound good, but it's not gonna be magic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that all that shit is important. So when you get into this space, what do you care about the most? Do you care about just getting paid, or do you care about cultivating this environment and making art? You know what I'm saying? And that's ultimately the people that make the most fucking money, if you ask me. Well, in the long run, it's not the quickest money, but that's how you make the most money and have the biggest impact. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of sessions I think we like to have, both of us.
Plus, a competitive nature. I like a competitive nature when it comes to music, because it's like, that's how you get the best out of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how you know. That's how you get some of your greatest music, is one that's like, damn, he went in there and snapped. Fuck it, I gotta write me an 8. Or shit, I feel like shit, I ain't did shit.
That's that sports
And
background
hop
too.
in that motherfucker and get it in and try to make it even better. Or you just trying to, make it fit to the song.
Yeah, let's bring that back to hip hop, man. Like, let's try to have the best verse on a feature
The best
again.
verse, yeah,
Like,
that's
fuck all that. I feel like niggas don't try on features no more. And like,
that's very true.
Let's start trying on features.
I just remember back in the day the DJ Khaled's.
Oh,
what happened to the DJ
I'm so
Khaled
hood remix, bro.
when
Come
niggas was
on,
like,
man.
who had the best verse, nigga?
Right.
Who had the best verse?
And
nigga?
Swagger Like Us, bro. When that shit dropped,
Swagger Like
niggas was
Us.
talking about who had the best verse, bro.
My Hood.
What's the Drake shit? Forever? Is that what it's
Forever,
called?
yeah.
And then, bro, the argument forever, who had the best verse? Like, that's back when niggas trying to murder the verse. It's not just like, hop on this, I got a cool little track with my fans and like.
And niggas was getting the best rappers to snap on them bitches. And it was like, nigga, you gonna get in this ring. And if you try to get in this ring, nigga, you gotta snap. Nigga, it was Kanye, Drake, nigga, T.I., and Wayne all on the same track.
And Nicki, bro, don't sleep. She was holding hers.
Oh yeah, Nicki was. That's what I'm saying, man. And it's like, I ain't gonna get into that, but it's yeah, man. It's just like it was just all about snapping. It was like even if it was
that shit help segue back in. Switch it up, bro. Switch it up. It's all about snapping, bro.
Oh, snapping,
we said we was gonna play music and all that shit. We just in this bitch talking shit. Fuck it, bro. Let's tell the people what we on now, man. What you don't know? We talked about the past, all that shit. What we on now? What's next, bro? Well, let me start first. You just did a lot of talking. Look,
what's nigga gonna do all of that?
What's next?
Didn't say he gonna come through.
What's next, man? Is the label, bro? Soul Food. That's the name of my label. We starting the label.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question.
What's happening?
So
Soul Food.
Soul Food is the new label.
Like flash the picture, Soul Food.
No. As you mentioned it before, you went through a process that, you know what I'm saying, with starting a label before that didn't work out. Can you elaborate on, you know what I'm saying, that little situation without, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we just like it was a collective that we wanted eventually to turn into a record label.
Right.
I think all of us, you know what I'm saying, we kind of got ahead of ourselves thinking like a record label before we had the funds and really the structure to do so. And then just between that and then just grown men all being on different pages, things didn't work out. And it's never ever personal, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Nothing is personal,
if it don't work, that means it was just meant to happen in a different way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's just where we at, man. Like,
and this is business. That's what a lot of people don't understand about this game.
You gotta shut up and then go in. You gotta shoot again, bro. Yeah,
it's like
it's that simple.
And it's just like, bro, nothing is personal when it comes.
Shout out to my Hillside boys, man. It ain't no love lost, bro.
In Hillside. But segueing, what's your new? You said you got a new company coming.
Soul Food, bro. Soul Food, bro.
Soul Food, bro.
Soul Food, man. It's what this nigga was talking about earlier, bro. Like why I chose that name. It's the process, man. It's about caring about it. The difference between fast food and soul food. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I come in here and make music, I'm not thinking about time, bro. It's however long the shit takes. That's how I feel.
Right. You know how with shit. It's Thanksgiving. And you wait forever for Grady to God
bro,
damn.
Start the day before. You know what I'm saying?
The green's been over 4 hours. It's gonna take
and it tastes like that though. It tastes like
8 o'clock.
It tastes like it, man. The shit
Nigga
that
hungry.
You put your whole
you know what I'm saying? So
put time into it, man. You put time into it, it lasts a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So that's the music.
That's the whole idea and the motto behind the company, man. I'm trying to restore like caring, really, really caring about the music. You know what I mean? Like I've been privileged in my life, and I'm aware of that to be, you know what I'm saying, the way my life is structured, where I could just care about the music over a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I know people have to make sacrifices and stuff like that, and it ain't no love lost.
Right,
but I feel like I had that privilege for a reason. You know what I'm saying? I think I want to set up my company and allow artists to really be free and grow with the music, man. That's the only way the music is going to grow, is if we grow with the music. And so, you know what I'm saying? Slowing the shit down, man. Soul Food.
And talk about talk about some of the artists that are on the label, if you know if that's a idea right now. But.
Yeah, well, I mean, like most labels start out, it's just we a collective right now. You a part of it, obviously. It's my brother.
Halfcup Tre.
We got Rhea. She's one of the artists on the label. My younger sister, Victory. You know what I mean? We got a couple aces in the hole. But right now, we just keeping it small, man. Family. I think that's something I learned a long time ago, even before the first label and all that stuff. I learned this at a young age. In this business, you got to hold on tight to people you can trust. And sometimes it might have to come down to blood. And sometimes, unfortunately, you can't even trust them.
Exactly.
But I've learned, with my life situation, my family, I got a lot of talent around me. Like, that's my blood. You know what I mean? So that's what we keeping it small. We keeping it close because trust is everything out here, man. You
Talk
can't trust a lot
about
of people.
what that means to you for having so much talent around you, and like, do that make you feel like damn, like this shit crazy? This like maybe not necessarily like me too. You know what I'm saying? We peers and shit. We the same age, but you know what I'm saying. You definitely was into the music shit more serious way before me, and your talent definitely was a big part of me, you know, growing into who I am, you know what I'm saying, as an artist, what type of music I make. But not much so as me, but your sisters and shit. Do it make you feel like, damn, I did a good ass job, or do it just make you feel like, damn, we come from some great ass music?
Yeah, nah, hell nah. It's bigger than me, bro. If anything, it made me feel like.
Cause you gotta know that's they look up to you.
Oh yeah, no, I never see it that way, man. If anything, it started with my grandma in my eyes, you know what I'm saying. But I know she would even say it started before her. It's God, man. If anything, it confirms to me the vision that I have, and for my company and all that stuff is for a reason. There's a whole a collective, there's a label right around me that I was born around. My best friend, my girlfriend, my sister. You know what I'm saying, of incredibly talented people. I don't think it's by accident that he put somebody like me, you know what I'm saying, to lead this. Respectfully.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, if anything, it's confirmation. I don't ever look at it like, you know what I'm saying, like I spawned y'all or no crazy shit like that, man. I learned from y'all, bro. I learned.
Because you didn't, boy.
Don't get me started, man.
Bar for bar, you can't fuck with it.
Ooh, here we go. See, he was showing me way too much love. I knew it wasn't going to last. Y'all got an exclusive moment of this nigga giving me credit. It was some real credit.
Bar for bar, you can't fuck with it.
We gonna have that shit forever.
But we ain't gonna get to that.
Nigga's giving me some real credit for a minute.
But he can't really, though. But
this nigga, he think just because I sing that, like,
that
apparently makes him a better rapper than me because I sing or something, but like I do that shit.
No, it's just like I told this nigga, like, at one point, this nigga Jonah, when he was THA, when this nigga was Jonah, you know what I'm saying? He was snapping on shit, but I told this nigga, you keep dropping all them motherfucking R&B songs, you ain't gonna be able to rap no more. You know what I'm saying? And look at your boy.
As I get to know me, first of all, you talking to me like it's not the same. This nigga got R&B joints in the vault. Ask him about it. A pint of Henny.
I mean,
it's a smash. It's on the way. I'm telling y'all, a pint of Henny. This nigga got the R&B.
Speaking of joints, talk about
smoking my lungs.
Before you get to smoking my lungs, with the lad, what's the first? You know what I'm saying?
What you talking about? We're gonna talk about Smoking My Lungs because I got a new song out there. Smoking My Lungs. It's on Apple Music, every single motherfucking platform you could think of. Search, look for me, Jonah, Jonah. Yep. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. I just dropped the song. I wish we could play it real quick, but I ain't really trying to hear it because. All right, fuck it, we play it.
Hey,
you don't have to. I was just happy that you was telling me.
Oh, well, listen. Hold up, listen. I don't feel like playing it because I want to talk to y'all.
Producer said we could play it.
No, I just love that fucking song.
My nigga, D-Trey, 7 Mile. Listen, the song is Smoking My Lungs. It's about smoking, kind of. It's also about a lot of real shit. So y'all go listen to it, man.
Explain it.
Oh, explain it. They want me to talk about it. All right, the song, like I was saying earlier about it's not the shit that we talk about, it's how we talk about it. I wanted to talk about, well, literally, I was at my girl's crib and I'm kicking it with like her younger sister and her friends. Like we all just sitting around talking, and they're like in high school, like 17, 18, and all of them had like their jewel pen and they swinging the jewel and they swinging the pen, the motherfucking ooze pen and all that shit, like back and forth, like constantly. You know what I'm saying? And it got me thinking. First, I'm like, damn, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas smoking a lot, and then it made me. I wanted to dig deeper. Not dig deeper. It's just like what followed that thought was like, okay, why? Like, why do we? Our generation, your generation, why are we so infatuated with smoke? You know what I'm saying? And that led me to like, niggas, it's sad, bro. Like we got a lot of stress and a lot of pain and a lot of sadness that kids in our generation is new. You know what I'm saying? Like we're on a world platform with social media and all that stuff. So a lot of the pressure and the stress and all that shit is new. Our parents didn't have to deal with it. And that's true with every generation. There's new shit, but that's our shit. And that specifically, that seems like that's our vice. So in that song, I wanted to talk about my pain and my shit, the things that make me smoke.
I'm so glad you explained that, because that shit is so funny because it sounds like such a upbeat, you know what I'm saying, like feel good record. Yeah. But like as your boy, I knew what angle you was coming at, and I was just like, damn. Especially with that second verse, I'm like, man, this nigga, he doing that shit, you know what I'm saying? So, and I was like, damn, I wonder if niggas gonna understand, like, this nigga really.
I was talking to my mom about it today, man. She don't like that shit. She don't like the song. She don't like that song. Good Intentions, that's another song I gotta go listen to that. She likes that song a lot more. But, yeah, she was just saying, for the same reason you saying, she like, I don't even think she got past just it sounding like a song telling you to go smoke.
Oh, yeah, you already know she didn't.
I think she's like, oh, I don't like that from my baby type of shit. And then mom's gonna always be moms.
To me, I look at it as a motherfucking pull up drink type song.
Yeah, exactly though. That's
what I look at it as.
Exactly.
So it's like
that's a compliment. Thank you.
You're gonna have people saying like, oh shit, you know, you're gonna have people not understanding the type of music you making, because the both of us, we really make the same type of music. It's just you have your alleyway of how you do it, because you have different type of sounds. But at the end of the day, we grew up listening to the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We made a
song about smoking too.
Right.
Oh shit, yeah. I didn't even think about that shit, man. Hey, Focus Tre. I got this nigga if you want to be humble. Y'all go get that shit, man. Halfcup Tre. Okay. Focus Tre, and go watch the video. This nigga directed his video. It's on YouTube. Halfcup Tre. Focus Tre on YouTube. I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it again. This nigga directed the video. His first directed video. And motherfucking, man, I ain't even gonna get into it. But he had labels and shit hitting him up off the directing of the video. It's elite. Go watch the shit, bro. The shit is cold.
Might get a check off you niggas. I'll call me. I'm gonna direct your video.
And I'll shoot that shit. So y'all, you know what I mean?
But
it's a little side, you know.
Focus
a little side toss. Y'all need some video shot, bro. I'll do that shit for fun. But like, I am trying to get paid eventually. So you feel me?
Look at this nigga promoting this shit. But listen.
Y'all better get it while it's hot. That's what I'm telling you. Get it while it's hot, because if I get too good at this shit, I'm charging.
So Focus Tre is a song I dropped about a year ago. You know what I'm saying? When we were, you know, in our journey with the other.
That was 2 years ago now, bro.
Yeah, 2 years. Shit.
Yeah,
2 years
time
ago.
Flies.
Time be flying.
Quarantine.
But I when I was writing it, and the crazy thing is, I dropped it 2 years ago, and I wrote it 2 years before that. And when I was writing it, it was just like in a period of time where it was just like, I just started like becoming a smoker, because it's like, it's two different types of smokers.
You come from a family of drinking ass people, like no disrespect, but like y'all, they drink, like, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my family too. Y'all know, like they be drinking, you know what I'm saying. So he was he was venturing out being a smoker.
They really don't know too information about smokers. They just, you know, and I was on that shit too. You know, we play football and shit, so niggas wasn't smoking.
I do go hand in hand. What's up with that?
And
football and alcohol.
So my family was never really into the smoking and shit. So I got introduced to smoking more and got into it because I just, you know, once I got older, I should start getting my own mind and start really doing research on weed and shit, and start understanding like, oh shit, liquor is fucking people up way more than fucking weed. So fuck it, might as well smoke. Then I wasn't playing football no more because the nigga had, shitty grades. We'll get to shitty grades.
Hey, for the record, bro, me and this nigga in school historically is a fucking tragedy. Like, together in school, we went to school together for a long time. It was always bad news, bro. They in 7th grade, they literally brought us in and had to switch our whole schedules around so we didn't have no classes together because we wasn't getting shit done. And, like, I truly did better after that, so.
Bro, okay, I gotta tell a story. Secret of that story because we keep getting, fuck it. Listen, remember 7th grade, we had to be, every night they made you go, and you had homework, of course. And when you came to school the next day and you didn't have your homework.
No, it wasn't everybody, though. It's the people who are bad fucking students.
Yeah, students.
Basically, me and this nigga, like, one or two.
No, that was the rule for everybody. We just always was the niggas who never had our fucking homework done.
So it was for everybody who just always niggas that ever.
So look, I think the rule got started because of us, so we had to do lunch.
Yeah, like
detention.
Yeah, there was no recess by middle school. It's just like you got a long lunch. So if you didn't do your homework, you got to go to this room during lunch and go do your homework. And man, this nigga was in that bitch.
The teacher
faithfully every day.
The teacher got to bring you your food and you got to do your homework in the lunch detention that you missed.
Right.
Until they let you free and then they gonna let you hoop and shit.
Yeah. You're supposed to get like 15 minutes at the end to like go eat or do whatever. We used to go straight to the gym and go hoop for the last 15.
But the lady used to always fuck up the lunch. So one time I specifically asked this girl, I said, I want wings and fries. That's it. Wings.
You're hungry ass boy.
It was a baby Jack. Some mashed potatoes. I'm like, what is this, man? It's some gravy. Mashed potatoes, some gravy.
Bro, middle school lunch, dog. Why niggas don't want that shit, bro? Niggas don't want that shit.
And I think like some milk or some shit. But back to my point.
I don't even know.
I don't know where the fuck we were talking. Oh, we were talking about focus. So smoking bud. So I started smoking bud.
Smoking bud.
Then I started realizing, like, it started opening up a whole new, mindset for me. I started, start taking stuff for what it is then.
Yeah, bro, smoking crazy, man.
Yeah, stop taking stuff for what it is and start, like, taking stuff for what it is and stop judging it for what I want it to be, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's deep, bro.
So it's like, I just like...
Or what you know it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Or for what I know it to be, right. So what Focus Tre is about... It was just about when I was going through my journey of smoking, it was just like my family was bashing me, like, because they didn't know about it. They just was like, no, why you smoking? Because that was like against our family. So it was just like everything was like, oh, you're not doing this because you smoking. You're not doing this because you smoking. And it's like, to me, it's just like all about mental. You know what I'm saying? It's all about, you gotta mentally get yourself together. Like, we can't stop you from like not doing shit. You only stopping yourself from not doing shit.
If it's not the weed, it'll be
you
something
just
else.
blaming the weed,
and
people blame the weed so much, and we can go into deep on why the fuck weed illegal, because I can get deep into that because I did a lot of research, but we only got 10 minutes. That's what your boy Kevin told us. You know what I'm saying? But what Focus Tre is about it's called Focus Tre because, of course, my name is Tre. And it's because it's like they keep telling me to be focused and the weed is making you not focused, but I'm like, no, this weed is making me focus. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's about, we so worried about making people stop either selling weed or smoking weed when it's like 10 times deeper shit that we need to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? These kids are Zans, lean, and all this bullshit that's fucking their body up that you can go get off the fucking counter. You know what I'm saying? Or you know how easy it is to get a fucking prescription for Perks? Nigga go in with one back injury and get a prescription for Perks forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, These little niggas out here doing all these hard ass drugs, but motherfuckers want to make weed a big problem and shit.
Point, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Make it like it's like a part of that, group of things we need to fix. And it's like, if y'all lay off the fucking weed smokers and let them just smoke their weed and be creative and do their thing, we can get past a lot of shit. Why as black people we ever wasted time on fighting against niggas who smoke weed? When have niggas who smoke weed?
Hey man, I feel like we got us through slavery, bro. Like I don't have no facts on that,
Hey.
but I really feel like that. Like
Right,
niggas was out there growing weed,
facts.
bro. It's still America. Like
Come
we
on now.
grow some good
Where
weed in
Krug
America,
come
bro.
from?
That's man, like I said, I ain't got
They
no
been
research to
growing
back that up,
Krug.
but sometimes our own common sense is better than shit you can read online, bro.
Exactly.
And that's just how I feel.
No,
Like,
that's
our
real
niggas
shit.
out there smoking gas, bro. How else could they out there singing and shit, bro? Doing slavery, singing. Think about that. That's only some shit you do when you blow, bro.
Singing,
You out there
right,
doing slavery,
right.
bro. You not happy for real,
And
but
think
like when you
about
get
this,
blowed, you kind of
man.
forget sometimes.
Every job cause I worked in a lot
you
of
found the
plants and
beauty in
shit. And that shit is probably the closest thing to modern day slavery, working in plants and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man.
And it's like, what do you see at plants and shit, bro? Niggas be in that bitch faded.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
Fried, singing, listening to music, doing they massive work, nigga. You making some shit for a motherfucker who making billions off the shit. And you can't even afford the product you making. So what is it? How is that even, like, that's not, and then you making the ways that ain't shit. And the motherfucker who doing the less amount of work making the most amount of money. And you busting your ass. So therefore, at the end of the day,
You got $5.
you got at the end of the day, you got
Oh no.
But
Man,
shit.
we might as well wrap this up. Look,
Before,
Jonah,
before
look
I
at-
wrap this
Tell
up,
them what's coming.
look, what's coming?
And where to find you.
What's coming? What's next? Like I'm just dropping singles this year, man. I just dropped Smoke in My Lungs. I got a couple freestyles up on my Instagram. Y'all can go look at that shit, man. My Instagram, Jonah Radio. That's where most of my shit is. YouTube, Jonah Radio. I got some shit on YouTube. Fuck with me, man. We at
your
the village.
boy,
Talk that talk.
Halfcup Tre.
Talk that talk.
Why you always trying to talk when I
Talk
talk?
that talk.
Halfcup Tre.
Talk
You can
that
go
talk.
follow me on Instagram, you know what I'm saying? I got a track coming out. We looking at late this month. And we gonna go from there, you know what I'm saying?
Halfcup_Tre.
Halfcup_Tre on
You know what I'm
Instagram.
saying? You hear me?
And tell them to subscribe to the channel.
And subscribe to the channel.
What's the name of your channel, bro?
Talk that talk.
Oh, Talk That Talk. Detroit. Talk That Talk. Detroit 7 Mile.
If you don't
Certified 7 Mile.
don't motherfucking subscribe.
Hey man, Real Ones video
Yeah,
out right
yeah.
now too. I Kevin Bailey, go fuck with that shit,
Real
man. That
Ones
shit
video
hard.
coming out, Kevin
Detroit,
Bailey.
man. Y'all fuck with Detroit, y'all gonna fuck with that
I'm
one.
dropping a new song called Privilege. Look out for that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of more promos coming with that. Watch out.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Hey, and between us and everybody here, we about to make some shit tonight too, so be on the lookout.
Talk that talk. Biatch.